This most recent event is merely the latest of many incidents that constitute a pattern of obfuscation and refusal to address racism head-on with the conviction necessary to begin the healing process.
I believe the lack of diversity amongst the high school staff is unacceptably low. In light of recent incidents and the continuing after effects, transferring of staff of color is detrimental. The staff being transferred, which I am one, have worked at the high school for several years and worked hard to establish relationships and offer guidance to students. I urge the board to review and reconsider this assignment and what it will mean to the community and students of Columbia.
I just wanted to talk about the climate that's currently happening at Columbia and in our district. So from a historical perspective, it could be said that we're in the Gilded Age of the South Orange Maplewood School District. To some of us, to our administrators, and to those of us who see South Orange Maplewood only at its surface, our school district is having its best decade ever. Our students are smarter, our sports teams are doing better, and we're wholly diverse. And this has drawn a lot of young families to the area, and I think it's only fair that we tell these families the truth. The truth is that our golden overcoat of diversity is simply concealing a plethora of racial tensions and inequality. It's covering up the fact that South Wynn's loss of privileged white students as a result of a supposed bad environment is actually interconnected with the racism in our educational institution. It's covering up the fact that our new Access and Equity program cannot and will not alleviate the setbacks that students of color have faced since they started in this district on their first day of kindergarten.
What I have been noticing lately, especially amongst the youth and kids, the lack of acknowledgement towards racial issues and lack of education on such racial issues. The excuse of being dumb, young, and ignorant should not be tolerated or valid in any situation in this topic. I'm sure children around my age know the root of all the hateful words and symbols that they use and shouldn't be tolerated, as that if we acknowledge children, if we taught kids on all the racial issues, it wouldn't be a problem in the first place.
So I think that we are deliberately choosing to deny and ignore the biggest issue within the South Orange Maplewood School District, racism. This district perpetuates and enforces a system that was made to do nothing but prevent African Americans from reaching success and self-actualization. In this world and society, we cannot succeed without knowledge, money, or power, all things that Black people are born at a disadvantage for. However, South Orange Maplewood School District perpetuates such oppression. When you drive into Maplewood, you see a sign that says, "Stigma-free town." I've never witnessed such a fallacy. If this was a stigma-free town, why would there be such a thing as Maplewood, Maplehood, and Maplegood? Not to mention the demographics of said locations. Maplehood consists of all Black people in mostly Black people in lower income housing, while Maplegood consists mostly of white people in mansions. This town exudes racism, but wears a mask of equality. However, the mask is transparent. I think we can all see through the facade, but the question is, why aren't we doing anything about it?
If you go to CHS cafeteria during any lunch period, you'll see something very odd. Many people speak on how Maplewood is diverse in race, religion, and sexuality, but fail to address how segregated it is. I want to speak on more than a handful of matters, such as the fact that I was trying to start the Black Student Union many months ago. Myself and my peers were given many obstacles to overcome. We were told that starting a union was like starting a biker club, and you would have to ask the head biker club to start a different branch of it, which is not true. We found out that it was, in fact, a lot easier, but we were being given the runaround. We found out that there was blatant racism in CHS. We found a whole photo album, not just one photo, but many, of white students at that, mostly freshmen and sophomores, throwing around the N-word like it was given to them as a Christmas present. We find that there's racial profiling by security guards and teachers in Columbia. We find also that administration exhibits the behavior and demeanors of correctional officers while dealing with minorities when it comes to penalizing them for actions.